Hello, everyone. Welcome to BrownstoneWorldwide.com. It's your girl, Paulette. I am the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide, and you are in our virtual studios of KCCR Radio, the Brownstone, BrownstoneWorldwide.com, and also My Brownstone Living, the magazine, and the website for Brownstone lifestyle experiences that you can have when you become a member and a part of the Brownstone family. Well, today is, of course, Brownstone's Best. And this is where we actually get an opportunity to speak with Black and Brown business owners in every phase of their business. And so today we're actually bringing on Ms. LeAnne Dolce of DolceandLay.com, and she's going to be discussing with us what had her start her business, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it, so that you can hear straight from those of us who are in the business of being entrepreneurs the truth. That's what this is about, and about being the best that you can be as a member of Brownstone's Best. So let's talk about Ms. LeAnne Dolce really quick. Celebrated for her positivity, high quality, natural and organic products, and a multitude of self-care initiatives, LeAnne supports her customers with a variety of self-care products and quarterly subscriptions to help them create a sacred space for self-care, affirm and appreciate their value, and enjoy a meaningfully consistent self-love experience. I hope y'all heard that. Her goal is to help you show up fully in this world, authentically, unapologetically, and lovingly. Now, LeAnne is expanding her enterprise by offering her signature Simple Balance System, registered and trademarked, folks, get that, which is a combination of her natural high quality products and a guided experience to supporting aspiring self-care enthusiasts in creating a self-care habit that will refresh, reset, and renew their mind, body, and spirit. Take a journey to self-care and rediscover you with LeAnne Dolce of Dolce and Lay. Welcome, LeAnne. Welcome so much. Thank you for agreeing to do Brownstone's Best, which is a part of KCCR Radio. How are you?
I am doing great today, and thank you for having me. I feel blessed to be here today.
I'm so happy to have you here, girl. Let's just say, first of all, you're looking fabulous in that outfit. The necklace is popping. She got the glasses. She is letting us have it already. So now, what I want to know is what made you come up with Dulce and Lay, being a self-care strategist, and your why. Let's start there.
Well, it was actually called Jordan's Treasures when I started.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, well, if your name's LeAnne, why was your business called Jordan's Treasures? I was like, because they're not my treasures, they're hers, right?
Mm.
And was just that average woman, that any woman. And it really started for me because I was morbidly obese. I was working, going to school, had kids. I was overwhelmed, upset. I was dealing with past trauma. I just had so many things going on. And I was at a point where I realized, I looked in the mirror one day and I realized if I don't make some changes, I'm going to die.
Mm.
Like it was literally that serious, right?
Okay.
Almost 300 pounds. I was splitting my time between working a full-time job, going to school full-time, taking care of my daughter and two of my cousins. So you'll always hear me say I have three, but I would
Yeah.
always have about 5 to 8 kids with me at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I was I was in nonprofit work as well. So I was involved in organizations in the community. I was the epitome of I'll sleep when I die.
Mm.
That statement was going to come true a lot faster just based on where I was in life.
Okay.
And I made a decision to turn my life around. And as I started turning my life around, that meant I had to look at what I was putting in my body and what I was putting on my body.
Okay.
And most of the products that we use aren't, one, they're not formulated for Black people's skin. 2, a lot of them are filled with toxins. Some of the name brand products, I won't say any names, that people are using, they're not healthy for your skin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And some of them are causing problems for us. So I wanted to be a part of my own solution for my community and for my family. And I started Jordan's Treasures, making natural and organic skincare products.
Okay.
And as I kind of journeyed and talked to people, I realized it was so much deeper than what we were putting on our skins, that we had to take a mind, body, and soul approach to our wellness, that we
Mhm.
were tired. We were the bottom of the totem pole. So we're the foundation of everything. We're the foundation of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
We are expected to be happy, never be the angry, quote unquote, angry Black woman. We're expected to be strong.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of the word strong Black woman,
Mm.
because it does not allow us to be vulnerable. It doesn't
Yeah.
allow us to ask for help and to receive help. And I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be a part of helping my sisters find a place where they can just be, where you can be angry and upset, and there's somebody who understands because she's been where you are.
Hmm.
I wanted to show women that we have to put ourselves first, and our self-care and our wellness is not an option. It is not an afterthought. We cannot continue to be the second class citizens in our own lives. I'm
Mm.
trying to be the superstar of my movie. I'm not trying to be an extra.
Oh, you
And
better say that.
but that's how we teach ourselves, and that's what we're teaching our children.
Hmm.
If
Hmm.
you're not taking care of yourself and putting yourself first, what are you teaching your children to do? How
Yeah.
are you teaching people to treat you, right? When everybody else comes first,
Got it.
right? So I want to change women's perception of their value in their own lives.
Ooh, why? I just felt that. Like, I just had to take a deep breath because you are singing my song, right? And I heard everything that you said, from being the angry, we're seen as the angry Black woman. We're seen as having an attitude. You're right. I hear this all the time, but I experience it being a Black woman and being the sole provider of the household and all of that. We are, and unfortunately it happens, being at the bottom of the totem pole, not by choice, mind you, but honestly, a lot of times by the way that we are seen in our communities, because we are, most of us, the breadwinners. Some of us. We're not going to say that everybody doesn't have a partner, but most of us are the breadwinners. Every single last one of us is somebody's mama, auntie, sister, daughter, something. And so we are connected to people, and by nature, we are nurturers. And the one thing that we don't do, like you said, is we don't nurture ourselves. We don't take the time to do that. So, LeAnne, let me ask you, when you started your company and you decided, okay, this is what we're going to do, what were some of the products that you would say helped you to kind of pin exactly what it is that your company is about?
You mean products that I make?
Yes.
Um, I would say that it started probably with our signature item is our body butter. And I'm not just saying this because I make it. It is the best. It is the truth. Um,
Okay.
it was formulated specifically to absorb into your skin quickly. So you're not feeling greasy like you do with a lot of butters. My butter is called Better Than Butter because it's not a body butter. It is better than that. It is a formulation of butters, oils, herbs that when you put it on, you don't need any additional oils. You don't have to, when you wash your hands that first time, it might still be there, right? Depending on how
Mm.
long, it's not going to leave you feeling greasy and sticky like a lot
Okay.
of times butters can. And it's healthy and it's good for your skin.
Okay.
That's unnatural, that's in that product, right?
Okay.
And from there, we've made ones that are specifically for people with sensitive skin. So
Hmm.
one of my good friends, her grandson had eczema really bad. The steroids weren't working. All the other medicines and things that they were trying weren't working. The only
Hmm.
thing that worked was a butter I call my triple butter that I formulated specifically for him. And now it's
Wow.
our top sellers, right? And just creating those products that were ultimately made to help us. Um,
Hmm.
and then adding on things like our bath teas that are more for relaxation. right? They're more to help. They're also going to help your skin because everything we do is formulated with natural and organic ingredients that are
Hmm.
made specifically and designed for healthy skin. So
Okay.
really about when we're pampering our bodies, right? It's not just for the sake of, oh, going having a spa treatment. It's really for helping you in your soul,
Mm.
for helping you remember and that you are so beautiful, you are wanted, you are loved, even if only by yourself and your kids and your
Come on.
family,
Yes.
that you are loved.
Hmm.
Because if I don't love myself first, I can't teach someone else how to love me. And
Mm.
women to when they use these products to experience self-love.
Hmm.
You know, I had, if I could tell you a quick story, I did a challenge recently called Reclaim My Me Time. And one of the ladies, one of our homework assignment was to write a love letter to yourself.
Wow.
And she recently, this was back in June, she just contacted me. She said, you know, she said, I couldn't write that letter
Mm.
because I don't love the version of me that I am right now. She said, I didn't love that person. She said, she said, I took that to a therapist. And she was like, yesterday I wrote the letter to myself.
Mm.
That's why I started this. That's my why, because I
Mm.
want us to really see us, to love us, to take care of us
Yeah.
first.
I love that. This, how can I put this? So this sounds almost like a ministry, if you will, to be called to this because of your own personal situation and making it something that you want to share with Black and brown, beautiful people. I am, first of all, at awe because normally whenever you see a product, you don't know the story behind it. And this is good stuff. This is really good because number one, it's all natural. And I was speaking with someone in regards to all of the unnatural things that are in our products, from the eyelash glue and the formaldehyde and all of the other things that are in our products that we're using. Even though I've been natural for almost 30 years, I know that some of the use of products that I've done in the past have impacted my health in some way, and recently had to have surgery. So, as someone who is new to your product line and who is wanting to learn how, but I don't know how to take care of myself, to close the door and have that Calgon take me away, no pun intended, but pun intended moment, what would you suggest someone like myself who has, and I have your products, by the way. You actually gave me some at a conference that we were at together. Um, and they are awesome. I must say that. So if I wanted to get an entire package of yours, what would be your suggestion? And I am curious, since this is about self love and you're doing the challenges and people are reaching out to their therapists for additional work that they need to do for themselves before they can write the self love letter. How do you give me instructions? Do you hold my hand? Do you tell me what to do so that I can break free and learn how to put me first, Lucius?
So, for somebody new to Dolce and Lay products, the first thing I always tell them to get is our personal indulgence sampler. What that's going to give you, we have a sampler and then we have a bundle. The sampler includes 8 of our self care products, and it's a mixture. It may not be the only things that are standard are the teas. The other 4, well, 5. There's the teas and then our body oil, which another thing that's a game changer. Just all I'm going to say. If you've never tried my products, get the sampler because it's going to give you the best of all the
Okay.
products there. And it's 8 samples in there. You're not going to find something where they're giving you 8 samples. It's a
Mm-mm.
really big sample. We give you stickers so that you can love on yourself, Black Girl Magic stickers. Um, but in the bundle, you also have the addition of our um, Tilted Crown affirmation card deck.
Mm-hmm.
It's a card set of 52 cards that include self-care affirmations and actions that you can take. So that's what I would recommend somebody coming from you. That's going to give you a lot of products to try out, and
Mm-hmm.
just take it easy. Don't feel like self-care has to be this long, drawn out thing. I tell people to start with your morning routine and your evening routine. Set up what, especially for your evening routine, set up what are the things that you are going to do for yourself right before going to bed. One of
Mm-hmm.
those things I always recommend is meditation, right? Clear out all of the stress, all of the trauma,
Yeah.
all of the things that have happened during the day so that you don't take that into your sleep.
Mm.
Don't take it into the next day. You want to recall all of your energy that you have put out into the world back to you,
Mm.
right? And set up these certain things that you want to do before bed. It might be you take a bath. It might be I read my favorite book, right? It might be I listen to really calm music. Don't, start playing things that are hype that are going to get you energized.
Yeah.
But set up what that routine is for you, and realizing that self-care is different, it's unique to each person.
Yeah.
What is going to move me is not going to move you. So you have to kind of learn yourself in this journey. That's why I call it a journey to self-care, because you're learning yourself in the process. What are the things that make me happy?
Mm-hmm.
What are my,
Mm-hmm.
what are my triggers? What are the things that I may have trauma around, right? Just the basic thing of people feeling guilty about putting themselves first is a trauma response,
Wow. I didn't
right?
know that.
Well, think about it. For you to feel guilty for putting yourself first means somewhere it was ingrained into you that everybody is supposed to come first. That
Mm.
selfish for you to put and love yourself first. Especially if you got kids, you're supposed to throw all that out the window and they're supposed to now be the first thing. But if I'm not
Yep.
taking good care of me, how can I take care of them?
That part.
So
Absolutely.
that's how I kind of tell people that first thing. And we try to hold your hand through it, right? We have um, our LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, we have a newsletter that we put out a couple of times a week, 2 to 3 times a week. We have our blog on our website. We're coming up with courses. And our newest addition to our service offering is retreats. So we're going to have online and in-person retreats so that you're not talking to me and all my fabulous world changing friends. I'm going to talk about finances because people think that self-care is just one thing.
Mm.
They think, oh,
Mm-hmm.
go take a bath, I'm going to go to the spa, that's self-care. That is, and that's an important part of it. But there's also mental,
Yep.
emotional, spiritual, occupational, right? Your
Mm.
self-care, your wellness in relation to your career and your work in the work,
Mm-hmm.
right? Financial. So there's what I call these 6 and 8 dimensions of wellness that I go into and I talk about, and then have my friends who are experts in different parts of that come in and share with you guys so that you're not doing it by yourself. And I'm also building a community where you have other women who are in there to support you, right? Because part of your self-care is also connecting with others and
Yeah.
building that community so you don't feel like you're alone, because we
Mm.
are. There's always somebody to help you back up when you've fallen, when you're hurt, when you're healing, because self-care isn't always pretty. It isn't
No.
always fun. And I want to stress that fact. It is sometimes ugly. It is sometimes painful.
Mm-hmm.
I want to focus on helping women heal. I want us to heal ourselves, heal our community, heal our families. And it has to start with us. When we
That
get
part.
past our traumas that we've got from childhood, we've got from experiences, from things on the job, from things when we were going to school, from our mates, from our family. We're getting bombarded with so many stressors in traumas.
Mm-hmm.
Some have been sexually molested, right? There's so many things that we are dealing with as
Yeah.
Black, as women, period. But my focus is Black women.
Mm-hmm.
We have to start healing from that. And I want to be a part of that process. I want to help 1 million women heal themselves and really take that journey, because it is like a ministry, it's a movement.
I love it. I'm sitting here and I'm calm just from listening to you talk. Like, wow, even your voice, you're like, it's like angels, like, oh, right?
People
So,
tell me all the time I should have a radio show, and I do have a podcast too. Let me put that out.
okay,
So I'm
awesome. And so, yes,
my
you shouldn't
podcast.
have said that because you know KCCR radio is right above your head. So listen, yes, we're gonna talk, but listen. So I am curious in all of this because first of all, I'm hearing you say this, and I know that you are the owner and founder of Dolce and Lay. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of being an entrepreneur. What, first of all, drove you? And we talked about that, but what drives you in the morning? How much time can I, as an entrepreneur, expect to take each day for my business to reach the masses? What happens when I don't make sales? Do I give up? What happens when I run out of money? Where do I go? I want to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly. And this is something that I ask every interviewee because I want our audience to understand and know that no matter what you're going through in terms of being an entrepreneur and deciding to take this journey down these golden sidewalk streets, that it ain't pretty. And you can't believe all the stuff that you see on IG, TikTok, Facebook, where everybody's fabulous and walking down the street. There's a strategy that happens behind the scenes. Tell us about that.
So my why is really my daughter, my grandson, um, and like I said, helping women. I want Black women to feel heard, to be
Yeah.
seen, to love themselves, to love what they see in the mirror, regardless of what size you are, regardless of what afflictions you have, whatever, right? And I want my daughter that for my daughter. My daughter has had problems with her, as most, when she was a teenager, as most teens do, have problems with their self image, with everything. I want us to look and realize how
Yeah.
beautiful we are. Whether they say it or not, we are the standard of beauty, period.
Period. That part.
So that's where, but being an entrepreneur is hard work. There are days that I don't want to do it anymore,
Mm.
period. Right? There are times when there's more month than money, right? Where sales
Woo.
are not going like they should, and you just feel like you can't take another negative thing, right? But you have to, because I'm here to be a world changer. When you're a world changer, life ain't easy for you. It's never going to be easy, because I
Mm-mm.
consider myself to be one of the chosen.
Mm. I love it. I
I'm
love
lucky
it.
enough that I know why I was put on this earth.
Hmm.
People don't know that, right? And I think once you know why you're here, you have an obligation to not just yourself, but to all those people who need to hear your message, who need to hear your voice. You have an obligation to them.
Yeah.
So you let yourself down, you're not just letting yourself down. There's a lot of people out there that you are called to help.
Mm.
And so that's one of the thing. And you're asking how many hours? It's all the hours. It's all the hours.
Yes.
I have 3 businesses right now, or 3 streams under this one business.
Okay.
And I literally work from sun up to sundown.
Mm.
And I take time for myself, yes, because I'm all about self-care.
Right.
Let's be clear. But there are days when I'm overwhelmed too. I am not a finished product. None of us are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. What you're going to get from me is real.
Mm.
Days that I don't feel it, the days that I'm having a depressive episode, right? But I've learned that I can't stay and wallow there. I've
Mm.
learned every day is another day for me to show up and be great.
Yeah.
And why should we be anything less? People ask me how I'm doing. You will always hear me say, I am fabulous and living my best life.
Come on.
Because
That's
why?
it.
That's what I'm here. That's what I'm
Yeah.
here. Even on my bad days, it's better than being 6 feet under.
Mm. Come on. Church. Okay,
So,
I'm gonna stop.
so that's the thing. If you're an entrepreneur, it's lonely sometimes. There are certain things that you have to do. You have to know when you are the blocker in your business and you're the
Mm,
reason why it isn't growing. And
mm.
you have to be able to admit that to yourself first.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the hardest part, is when you realize it's not growing because of you.
Mm.
And you feel like you're doing all the things, but you don't have, like you said, you don't have the strategy, right? I'm doing all these things. I'm busy, busy, busy. But are those things pushing you towards the end? Are pushing you to the
Yeah.
sale, to the thing, right? Or is
Right.
it just busy work?
Mm.
Right? Because we can
No.
get caught up in the busy work real quick and forget we got a whole business to run and it's not being run.
So let's talk about that really quick because you brought up a really great point. And I heard Denzel Washington actually say this once before. You can run, but you can run all day long. But if you're running in place, you're not getting anywhere. And so what I'm hearing you say is sometimes, and I'm guilty of this even with the Brownstone, right? Like busy, 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 busy. But I had to stop one day and ask myself, literally, like I'm writing this down, and I ask myself every morning. It's in my little book. I got books everywhere. Listen, just everywhere, and they all have on one of the pages, what am I selling today? Because in order for us to generate the revenue for our business, outside of all of the things that we love to do, because we know in our soul that we're serving the people, right? Because that's what really what you're saying. This is a ministry to serve the people, to serve beautiful women, the opportunity to stop and smell the roses and understand that they are truly and absolutely worthy.
Yes.
You still have to make the money to pay the bills, to take care of the household, to take care of the website, to take care of the advertising, because that takes money. And so I'm hearing you say that no matter what, you still got to get up and you still got to go through you got to go to the race. You got to start at the starting line every single day. And it's an all day thing, right? To get through the business and the strategy. So let's talk about that when we're talking about business and strategy. One of the things that I've seen a lot lately, and I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but I have family members and so forth, young and old, who say, hey sis, hey auntie, I'm getting ready to open up a business. Can you support? And before long, y'all got baseball caps on sale, or you have, and I just talked to you and you don't even know where to start. So what would be your word of advice to those people who they have an idea, and at the end of the day, they got a website running and all kind of stuff? Do you see where there could be issues and problems? Because sometimes I've stopped talking, right? Because we know that it takes a little bit more than that. What would be your word of advice to people who are jumping feet first without a net, if you will? Is that possible?
Um, I mean, I think one, you just have to get in there and start.
Yeah.
So that's how I started my business. I've never done a business plan in my life. I don't even know
Okay.
what I don't know what to write in a business plan, right? I'm sure I have it all in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's necessary for, let's say, a business plan, to have a business plan to start a business, but it is necessary to have strategy.
Mm.
A lot of times I'll see people that are making natural products and I see what they're doing is wrong.
Mm.
And then I have the dilemma of, nobody asked you, stay out of other people's business, because people don't take it easy when you're trying to help them, especially when it's unsolicited. So I've
Yeah.
learned, if it ain't asked, I don't tell.
Mm.
Now, if somebody
Mm.
asks me what I think, then I'll gladly share. I'm a big fan of cooperative economics, right? But I'm not just going to tell you, hey, you probably shouldn't do that.
Right.
I'm not going to, because I want you to be encouraged. But I will tell people, do your research.
Yeah.
Education is fundamental.
Mm-hmm.
Not go into an area and you know nothing about it. You don't know who the major players are in that area. You don't know how it works, what the pricing is. Because if I see another person going in a group or in a thing somewhere and say, how much do you think I should charge for this? Now, normally that's around physical products.
Mm-hmm.
How much you think I make these body butters? How much do you think I should charge for this? What are your costs? You don't even know
Right.
how much it costs you to make that product. You buying all your stuff off of Amazon or wherever you can get in, you're paying retail. You don't have a strategy, right? You're lacking strategy. You're buying your jars retail. You lack strategy because you've not done the research. It needs to start with research. I'm all for put the website up. Put the website up. How you gonna get people to it? Nobody knows about your business. Stop expecting your family to be your customer, your family and friends. Support doesn't always mean money. I don't
Right.
expect my friends. It is not a requirement of being my friend or family member for you to use my products.
There you go.
It is not, because you might not be my ideal customer. Now, I'm lucky enough that a lot of my friends actually do use my products and love my products. Now, I got people who won't use anything else, like will be ashy before they. Like, I'm serious.
Okay.
I had like literally I had a friend who passed away recently. Her husband won't use anything else. And she would be like, girl, you're gonna get me divorced if you don't get this man his butter. So, so I'm lucky that I've got people that support me. But stop expecting your friends and family to be your
Mm-hmm.
They may or may not. You
Okay.
have to that's why I'm always going to come back to strategy and education. Understand, first thing, who your customer is. How you putting out a product and you don't know who it's for. You don't know what problem you're solving for that person.
Nope.
Most people put products out because they like them. I made this for myself and I like it, and I think somebody should pay me for this.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
how I see a lot of people's products go. It's not because, hey, I saw this need in the marketplace, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a fashion line and I've not seen anybody who's doing clothes like this, who has this style, this swag. Somebody wants this swag in their life. They're just like, I like what I look like. I'm gonna just sell this.
Okay.
Right? So understand your why, your backstory. Understand who your customer is. Have
Mm.
strategy and get education. If I had to do say five things, that's it.
Okay. And you have me over here writing, taking notes and stuff, right? Because like I have to look, I'm trying to double check and make sure that I do the right research. Is everything all right? I'm gonna check that off my list. Okay, right here. Because
The big radio stations.
yeah,
You know what it takes to run a radio station. You didn't just jump in and say, I'm
nope,
about to run a radio station.
nope,
And no, you did your research.
I
You had
did.
a strategy for the way that you want your business to roll out to the world,
Yep.
right? You were looking at people that you can partner with to get your message in front of people, in front of new
Absolutely.
audiences, because you know who you're trying to serve.
Mm-hmm.
People don't, and that's why you feel like you're bumping your head against a brick wall when you try to talk to them, because people don't know how to take constructive criticism, because that's
Mm-mm.
your baby. Your business is not your baby. It's a
Mm.
business. It is a business, and you have to look and get yourself a mentor. Get yourself
Yes,
a mentor and a coach. Even the richest people have coaches.
yes, several each. I've learned that. And so let's talk about that really quick because that's how we met. Let's just put it
Yeah.
out there. Because we share the same mentor and the same coach. And I will say that you are 100% correct about that particular aspect of everything that you're saying is 100% dead on. But I have to say this: if I could give you a two fist, two bump, whatever, on getting a mentor and getting a coach, at the end of the day, I have made more strides and more moves towards the finished product than I have ever done in the lifetime of Brownstone. It used to be Brownstone Media. but now we're Brownstone Worldwide because we're global. And that's the goal. So I thought I'd put it out there. So to your point, one of the things that I think is an issue, especially in our community, and I talked about this yesterday in another interview that Cullen and myself did with another business owner from Alabama, the piecemealing that we as Black folks, we do, right? So we'll go to the 5-day free challenge. We won't even pay for the VIP package. We just go and we think we're going to get enough information from just the free portion. Then when we think that we got enough from this one, we don't even finish all of the work, right? We're going to go over to the next one and we're going to get all of the free stuff from there. And we're going to try to stitch that together to make, because we don't want to pay. And then we wonder why 3, 5, 10 years down the line, we haven't made any strides in our business. So would you say that getting a mentor and a coach has been a help, and have you seen those changes yourself, or do you feel better supported at this point in the game?
So one, yes, you need a coach. You need a mentor. That has been a game changer for me. So,
Yes.
and my current coach and mentor is not who I started with. I put so much money. I was a serial course taker. I was the one who started, pay for it, and I'd use it. That was 100% me.
Me too.
I've never been afraid of spending money to do what I want to do, right? Because I understand that's how the world works. But a lot of people, they are under the mindset that I should be able to get all the things for free from people who have done it. Right now, if you can get it for free, go on Google, do your own research.
Right.
Take 20 years to learn it.
That part.
Or pay someone who's been successful at it. My second mentor is when my business name changed, when the focus of my business really got crisp on who my customer was, why I was doing what I was doing, and what I wanted to provide. And then I switched over to my new mentor and coach. That's when it then took it a step further, right? And adding retreats and making sure that what I'm saying I want and what I'm implementing, because they weren't matching. You went to my website, you would have just thought I sold products. You wouldn't know anything about the podcast or all that. It was there, but it was all hidden. All hidden. Because in my mind, the products were the focus. And they're not. The products are secondary. The experience and transformation that I'm trying to give women is the focus of my business.
I love that.
I don't consider myself a quote unquote retail business. I'm a personal care business, right? I'm a based business that happens to sell fabulous products.
I love it. Yes.
So I want people to stop being afraid of spending money to get the training. It's going to change your business, but you have to be coachable.
Yep.
You cannot come in so stuck on, because my first thing was I don't ever want to be a coach. I still don't want to be a coach. I'm not a coach. I don't call myself a coach. Everybody wants to be a coach. Now, if I got a training or a certification, then I'll call myself a coach. But I don't want people like one-on-one. Here's your plan for you. I want to be able to take women on experiences, give them experiences, and help retrain their mind on their view of themselves. I think that's best done in group settings.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's why I call myself a self-care strategist, because I want to help you figure out what works for you. I don't want to sit here and tell you, well, I think you need like a prescription. Here's your prescription. Your self-care fixed after you do these 7 things.
Okay.
Right? No, it's a journey that you have to take for yourself to heal yourself and to learn yourself.
I love it. I love it. And I love how you put that. And so the perspective from what I thought your business was at this very moment just changed, because you just cleared that right up. You are a self-care strategist that happens to sell bomb products.
That's it.
To partner with what you offer to your community. And so As a self-care strategist, LeAnne, knowing that you have put so much on yourself to help others, what do you do for self-care for you in everything?
Um, Travel,
Okay.
travel, beach, sun, water is my primary means of self-care. Being around people that I love is my primary means of self-care. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I will now I work a lot, but I will just take time off. I'm not because your mental, your emotional wellness are so important, and sometimes we put that so far
We
at the
do.
of all of our priorities, right? Now I'm not a small girl. You can see I'm quite a healthy thick thick madame. I feel like that was
I
that's
love that.
something.
Thick
I'm a
madame.
thick madame. And
Yes.
if that's somebody's business, I ain't trying to steal your business, but that's how I see myself. And it's not about being the skinniest, right? It's about being healthy for me,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's about being happy and healed and whole so that when I look myself in the mirror, I love what I see, whether
Yeah.
it's a fat roll, a dimple, whether it's smooth skin, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I want to look in the mirror and be happy and love what I see, love who she is every day,
Yes. I
right?
love that.
And I just had to figure out what that was for me. And that's what it has to be for other people too. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to find our own path and our own
Yeah.
way. So,
I love it. I love this. This is so eye-opening, and my brain is really on fire. Like, ooh, I wonder how me and LeAnne can connect. Cause what you bring it to the table. Listen, that's not even my forte. That's my problem. First of all, that's my problem is the self-care piece. First, I thought I had it together, but now I'm listening to you, and I'm a shower girl. I'm gonna jump in, jump out. Wash my hair, get out, put my mousse on, and I'm good. You know, um,
but that might be your thing, right?
yeah,
Like I could take
yeah.
get me wrong, I love a good shower. Now I
Mhm.
a soaking bath. The reason why I moved in my house is because it had a soaking bathtub. I've not used it yet. I've been there for 3 years. Baths just really aren't my thing per se.
Yeah, yeah.
But I will get in the shower and be in the shower for
Okay.
5 minutes because in that moment,
Yep.
that might be where you take time to just slow everything down for
Mm.
yourself, right?
Yep.
So your self-care, it might be that you take 5 minutes every morning to meditate. You get up 30 minutes before everybody else in your house because that's when it's quiet and peaceful. And you
Mhm.
sit and drink your coffee. It doesn't have to be this long, drawn out, I do all the things and all that, right? It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be because that's why I say self-care,
Yeah.
even though it is such a broad thing and it is a buzzword these days, it's a personal and unique experience.
Mhm.
No. So because mine is travel, that means during the pandemic, it was a lot harder for me
Yeah.
because I'm used to traveling, right?
Mhm.
Not being able to travel was hard for me. Now I've worked
Okay.
for the last 15 years,
I love it.
12 years. So I'm used to that. But I
Mm.
realized that was also a big shift for a lot of people, having to learn how to work at home,
Yeah.
not get burnt out, not be overly stressed out because now your work problems are and your home problems are right here. They're
Mm.
right. That's something people are still navigating. There were so many people that weren't used to being with their mates and their kids that much, right? Spousal abuse went up during that time. I'm sure there were quite a few people breaking up during that time.
I bet. I didn't even think about that.
People, and a lot of times people don't, right? Because we're just used to just go, 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 go.
Right.
But when you don't have anywhere to go and y'all all stuck in that house together, getting on each other's nerves, and you don't have somebody else that you can talk to, you can't just go out and have a drink with your friends and say, you know what, girl, he is getting on my last nerve. Or these kids done ruined the house. They got the house dirty all day. da, da. They ate up all the food. We have no more food.
Right.
Those things that most people maybe see a couple of weeks during the summer.
Yeah.
That's now their experience for the last 2 years.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So it took a whole different shift on what self-care was. And I think that was what really fully pushed me into the space of healing and trying to get with more therapists, social
Yeah.
work, trying to build that network so that, especially in the Black community, because getting mental health support
Come on now.
is something that has been the forefront. What happens in our house stays in our house.
Dave. Woo.
You don't go see a doctor. You don't tell the outside people our business.
Yep.
How many people, trauma that we don't even know that our parents gave us, that they don't even realize they were traumatizing us. Right? And now we have these same habits. And it's not like the mental health system in the United States is great anyway.
That part. Yeah.
The United States is not good at creating an environment where people feel safe and comfortable going to seek mental health support. But I want to make sure that people know it's okay. It's necessary. Sometimes friends and your family are not going to be able to talk you through these problems.
Not at all.
And you ain't going to be able to do it yourself. Sometimes you need a professional, and that's okay. That is always a part of my messaging. Don't let anybody make you feel bad about needing professional support.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's why I want for all of us. I want us to be happy, healed, and whole.
I love that. Happy, healed, and whole. That is amazing. So, Ms. LeAnne of Dolce and Lay, let me put that on the bottom again so our viewers and listeners, Dolce and Lay, that's DOLCE and lay.com, is the actual website. You can go there and check out what our self-care strategist is all about. You can get those products. But listen, what's coming down the pike for you? Because I heard in these streets that you have something coming down the pipe in terms of an event. I want to hear about that. And how can people get in touch with you if they're interested in learning how to take better care of themselves?
So, yes, I do happen to have an event coming up.
Okay.
So, we are having our first online wellness retreat. It's right now, it's early November, first week of November. But if you're interested and you would like to be kept in the know, you just go to dolceandlay.com, sign up for our email list, our SMS list. And that's going to be the best way for you to stay involved, engaged, and connect with me on LinkedIn. I love connecting with people. You can always reach out to me. I'm probably the most online accessible person there is.
I love it.
We're on Twitter. I ain't really on Twitter. I ain't gonna lie. I have a Twitter. I don't be on Twitter. They a little messy on Twitter sometimes.
Like so.
But I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on TikTok. Building on Pinterest. You look up Dolce and Lay. There's only one me.
Yeah.
Me. You don't find me, and just get on our mailing list and get on our SMS list. That's the way for you to get connected and stay connected and get all the tips. And on LinkedIn, if that is your preferred method, like I said, we have our inspirational moments newsletter that I post articles up every couple of days there. I'm always trying to give out information and tips and ways that we can live a better, healthier, unapologetically dope life.
I love that. I love that. Listen, LeAnne, I hope that you are in Brownstone's best, because I want to make sure that our followers, our growing community, have an opportunity to learn more about your upcoming retreat that's virtual. I'm excited about that, because that is a much needed experience for people to have, especially now with Lord have mercy. We don't know what's happening with COVID. We've got monkeypox coming down the pipe. Folks are all up in arms, honey. If I go outside, it's a mask and a pair of gloves and hand sanitizer, and I might walk outside with some Lysol. So my nerves are on edge. I got all kind of stuff going on with the business. And I think that this will be really good, not only for me, but for other people that I know are dealing with, because I see it all online. Like people literally, I don't know if people realize this, and I know we have to wrap up, but I notice whenever I go down my timeline, people are using Facebook as a therapist.
Yeah.
I'm depressed. I'm broke down. He did this to me. XYZ. I don't love myself. What am I going to do? These are my last few days. I see it all the time. And unfortunately, if that is your thing, I literally am not going to respond. I'm going to read, and I might inbox you, especially if you're close to me or whatever, to see if you're okay. And people are using, unfortunately, social media to reach out. Um, this is going to be good for you. I think this is good for people, to know that there is an opportunity to take care of themselves. And it's more, like you said, it's more than just body butters and, you know, creams and stuff like that. It really is about taking the time to take care of you, both internally and externally. So I do appreciate that. So promise me that you're going to get us that information as soon as it becomes available on your retreat. I would really appreciate it. But again, you guys, you heard it first. DolceandLay.com is where you're going to go. You're going to register to be a part of her newsletter and also the SMS program that she has, so you can get those text messages when it becomes available. You don't want to miss it. You guys, really quick, let me show you all this. I want you all to be just as surprised as I was when it came through. Y'all, this the black card. Let's talk about it just for a little while. So listen, the black card is currently available on the new website, which has not dropped yet. That happens on September 5th. We'll be talking about that later. This is not the show for that. But I do want you guys to know more about the black card. We're actually going to be spending some time with the founders of the black card. And basically, this is a way for you to get exclusive membership built just for us, just for Black and brown folks, for the culture. You want discounts on flights, you want discounts on airfare or hotel stay or meals and travel around the world. This is the premium shopping experience for you by using, you guessed it, the black card. I will be sharing on the Brownstone Center and also on Brownstone's Best. And if you're in the private group, the Corner Family, it is definitely in there. You can definitely go ahead, click the link, and go ahead. And right now, there's a 50% off sale that is happening with the black card. So make sure that you head over there later on today after this broadcast, because guess what? It is there. It is in Brownstone's Best or the Brownstone Center. I just wanted to make sure that we let you guys know about that. And I'm super excited for the black card to become a part of the Brownstone family, and to have something to be introduced to you guys. So listen, what are your final words for our aspiring entrepreneurs and for those people who don't think that they have time for themselves?
Let me just say this. One, you have time.
Mhm.
You have time. If you're not going to invest in your health and your wellness, there's nothing else that I can say that's going to push you. You have time. You make time for the things that are important to you in your life.
Yeah.
That's what you do. So one, don't talk to yourself in a position of lack. Talk to yourself in a position of abundance.
Mhm.
You have the time,
Yeah.
period. You
Yeah.
know, make the time. You
Yeah.
got 24 whole hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Use it wisely, right?
Absolutely.
And if you're looking to start a business, like I said, research,
Yeah.
strategy, having a mentor, and just getting out there and do it and knowing who your customer is. Those things are going to move you so much farther when you know why you're doing something. Who are you trying to help? How are
Mm-hmm.
you trying to help them? And what does your product or service do to help them?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing those things and getting a strategy and knowing your area, doing that research on your industry and finding yourself the right mentor will take your business so much farther.
Yeah. Absolutely. I love it. You guys, first of all, We want to thank LeAnne Dolce of dolceandlay.com for coming on and spending time with us. She is a self-care strategist. And once again, if you want to find out more about her upcoming retreat and other products and services that she offers, make sure that when you head over to dolceandlay.com today, that you are literally registering for her newsletter and also for her text message service so that you can get all of the up-to-date services as they come available. Listen, Ms. Lay, if I'm not mistaken, you're already in Brownstone Best. If you're not, go ahead and pop on over there. We're going to welcome you in and let us know what you got going on so our community will be in the know. I definitely want to thank you for coming on Brownstone's Best today. You are appreciated. Your story is inspiring, and it helps to clarify for a lot of people what it is that we're doing out here in these internet streets as Black and Brown professionals and entrepreneurs. With that, you guys are listening to KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. We also have the show that will be available for you guys on, let's see, you're going to air next week, Saturday. So you'll be able to check us out. And also you'll be able to listen to this particular podcast on KCCR Radio. It will be available as an RSS feed and also on our regular show, which airs on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. You guys, it's been real. If there is nothing else, Ms. LeAnne Dolce, let's go ahead and wrap it up and let's have our great goodbyes. And we'll see you in these internet streets. Thank you so much once again for your time with us today. You are appreciated. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.